we started Giggly Squad during COVID, just doing lives, and then it became a pod. And she like never wanted to do a podcast. She's like, I have a face for television. I don't do stuff like this. But I was like, have so much silly chemistry that like people don't know you for, and there'd be like a scene where people judge you immediately, like that's who she is based on this like cut up interaction. And it was so therapeutic for us to just riff and be goofy, no drama, not talk about reality TV, and it was like our safe space. So I think because it was so therapeutic to us, it like
Absolutely.
It grew.
That's amazing. And now you two have a show that you're going to be making with Netflix and Amy Poehler.
Yeah, we're scared.
Are you?
She just, her heart rate is.
She was like, I'll
Amy
throw up.
Poehler was like, I'm a fan of Giggly Squad, and that's crazy shit. That's like being a basketball player and LeBron being like, love how you dribble. Like,
loving the way you're shooting. Yeah.
No one ever said to me I should do stand up. I feel like I was very funny in a group text.
Hey.
Like they knew, like I knew how to navigate I always was silly, but I never walked into a room like I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I loved stand-up though. Like in college, I would go to all these stand-up clubs. I loved the creativity of it. But I was goofy. Like I would get in trouble. Like I remember my trainer at like 7 a.m. being like, Hannah, if you laugh again, you're doing laps. And like I laughed and I was doing laps. And like I was like, you're so fucking, why could you fucking just like stop doing that? But then really it's like I was just kind of goofy. And they used me on the team because in tennis we did have like a team. I would, when a girl was down, they would always like send me to help her to like lighten her up. Or like,
so personality higher.
100%.
Yeah.
Like there was one girl who hated flying, and like I had to sit next to her every time because they were like, just talk to her. So I would just talk at her the whole time to try to distract her. So yeah, I was always goofy, but I never was like, this is something you can monetize.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that would be like the immediate thought for most people. Like, how do I monetize my
Men
comedy?
would think that. Men would.
I was
going to
say.
They have a little bit of a personality.
Whoa.
They make somebody laugh and they're like, well, this is it. This is my career path.
Someone laughs in a room and they're like, Netflix could use this.
Yeah. Get them on the phone.
Immediately notes app out.
Right.
So many women are so funny. Mm-hmm. It's just stand-up isn't a comfortable place.
No.
I always say that there's so many girls that in New York will be like, I'll try stand-up, and they go to open mic and they're like, I don't belong here. I don't feel safe here. This isn't fun. Why would I do this? And I do think because I have like the sports background, I am like used to dealing with boys. Mm-hmm. So I was able to kind of like navigate that a little bit, but girls shouldn't have to navigate it. And that's why I think the internet is so great. Where like, I mean, all you guys have flexed your comedy muscles online. And imagine if you could only do that in a room full of drunk guys.
No.
Right.
You'd be like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
But the internet enabled so many women, even like meme culture, that's girls and gays.
Yes.
But like, because you can't see a face behind it, it got really popular. But those are just like girls and gays writing jokes.
Absolutely. All my favorite Twitter, like, you know, those screenshots, it's the same little usernames, it's the same little, and so it's a girl or a gay.
Some
basically.
funny, smart girl or gay having fun.
Being hilarious
So
online.
the internet has been great for like comedy of multiple backgrounds and places. So it's not just like white dudes
who hate their wives.
the naggy wife. Meanwhile, she's the only one making money in the family, like working her ass off while he's at a bar on a Tuesday.
Did you have those though? I mean, because we have, I think each of us have notes app of our jokes we'd love to try out sometimes. How did you even, was it want to try it, I guess? Was it just, okay, fuck it, I'm going to do it?
So I actually randomly started dating a comedian when I was...
You are entitled to financial compensation.
Well, I was 25. My brain wasn't fully formed.
Right.
And I was like at a low point in my life. I was doing cold calling, sales, marketing. I always joke that like every girl's in that place where they're like, should I become a yoga instructor? Like, you know, when you're just like, I want to stretch for a living. Like, I just want to breathe. Like, I feel like every girl in their 20s is like, do I do a retreat and never come home?
Right.
So I was there. Like, I actually considered becoming a yoga instructor. And I go on this date with this guy and he's a comedian. And I swear I never was like, I want that job. It never crossed my mind. But I ended up kind of seeing his life. I was like, you do podcasts in the mornings. You're doing auditions. You're doing shows at night. I'm like, is this fucking real?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do a 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. And throughout that year, I like met a lot of comics, and then I got hired at this place called Betches, where like in 2017 it was like the millennial girl comedies hotspot.
Right.
And I started writing tweets, which is basically joke writing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Shit.
So
I remember that. But years of the day, you were writing some
I
funny
was just,
stuff.
like the whole like men with a backwards hat, like that was original thoughts back in the day. Like men being tall, like we were like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
And they would pay me more per tweet. So I'd be like just trying to write like $5 a tweet or something. I was like trying to write as many tweets as I could.
Ranking them out.
Yeah. And then I became, they wanted to do like have a video editor. And there were like 7 people at the company at like a WeWork. And I had done a little sports reporting at the end of my Wisconsin career where I loved sports broadcasting, and I learned how to edit like on Premiere Pro. But I didn't want to move to a small town. And then it also felt like kind of misogynistic. I got pissed off once because I come from like a basketball family. My grandpa was a basketball coach in Brooklyn. And I was like the reporter for a game. And these guys were like, do you know what a double-double is? And I got like pissed at him because I was like, you think I'm sitting here the whole game pretending and I don't know? Like it's, you think I'm a liar? Like, I don't know. I got like really offended because I'm like, you're not asking the other intern that. Like, I was like, fuck this. So I just was like mad at the misogyny of it all. But I find myself in male-dominated space. So that's like where I'm meant to be to like, I don't know, piss people. I don't know.
Humble them, yeah.
But like, I'm like, okay, this is where I'm going to do it. So I went back to New York. I didn't want to, and I forgot that I wanted to be on camera. And then like at Betches, they were like, can you shoot some videos? Can you write some like sketches? And I was like, oh shoot, I think I want to be on camera, which is so embarrassing.
No.
It's embarrassing to be like, I want to be an actor. Like that's embarrassing.
That's a
I know I'm in
calling.
LA.
That's a
Everyone
calling.
just got mad at me. But like, as a
Everybody wants to
girl
be an
to say
actor
like,
here.
I want to take up space, that's like, people are like,
Good luck. Good luck.
that's kind of
nice,
crazy
honey.
of you.
Right.
So I started doing Betches videos, and it was so much fun. And I was like, this is what life could be, just trying to like bring joy to people with stupid, relatable shit. And it was stuff that like girls would laugh at, things I didn't think they'd laugh at. And it was like a joke writing boot camp. And then I started hiring comics in New York City to be in these silly videos, and they were just like up and coming comics, and I started to become friends with them. And I remember shout out Emma Willman, she's a comic in New York, and she was like, you know, you're writing jokes. She's like, those are jokes, because stand-up comics can be very like, I'm a stand-up comic. And she was like, you're writing jokes, you're funny. And I was like, okay, but that's what my ex-boyfriend did. We broke up. I was like, my ex-boyfriend did it, so I can't do it. But then imagine me not doing stand-up because like one guy I dated did it once.
Yeah, right. And you're like, I'm cringed out.
But at the time you're like, we can't do that.
That's his speed.
That's his thing. And I'm
That's
like,
his area.
I'm copying him because no one else has ever done it before. But I swear I never thought about stand-up. The universe was literally like throwing me into it, and I was like, no. I started a podcast. And I got on reality TV. I'm giving this as well like a quick fucking, but someone told me, do you want to do a live podcast show? Have you guys done a live podcast show yet? Oh, you're gonna love it. The high. Ooh, the high. The high.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna be amazing. Really? Doing live shows, you have to.
She's good at crowd work. She loves a crowd.
Ooh, girl, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be like,
loves attention. That's yeah, literally.
I can't wait for your tour. Anyway, I'll watch. So they said you should do a live podcast show. My friend was like, you should do 10 minutes of stand up, like with all your tweets. So like you said about like your notes, as my protege, I would tell you some of the notes you're going to be like, that's a great premise, but there's no punchline. Some of them you're like, that's the punchline. What's the premise? Some you're like, I have a story. Let's put some of those punchlines in it. So like you have it. It's just like creating the like algebra of it all. Because but also it's charisma. It's like making sure that when you get on stage, the people are comfortable with you. Don't be a fucking weirdo. Don't be a freak. Don't make them feel like they owe you anything. It's your job to make them feel warm and cozy and trust you to be like, we're going to have a beautiful experience today, and just like let me fly.
She's going to make me giggle.
So before I went on stage, which you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to do 10 minutes to a sold out crowd the first time you do stand up. But we don't play by rules.
No, you're writing your own rule book.
We don't like rules here in this house. So before I went on stage, I got really nervous. I thought like, fuck, I'm going to have like performance anxiety like tennis. And I got on stage and a calmness came over me that like I never, like the calmness that like other girls had talked about when they play sports. I was like, oh wait, I think this is it. And then I felt like a horse like that got behind like I was like, go! And I just got addicted to it and just kept going. So that's my origin story.
I love that. Okay, since we're already rolling into this, let's officially get into tea time.
Oh,
that's,
yes.
like so amazing to hear. So you have an upcoming Hulu special.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So this is my second special.
Yes.
My first special was Netflix, and then what sucks about being a stand-up comedian is once you do jokes and they air, they're burned.
That's it.
Right.
I can't like sing a song and keep singing that same song for 80 years. If I did the same joke again, like in Ohio, they'd be like, boo, bitch, you did that last time.
Yeah.
So after my Netflix special, I felt amazing. And then I was like, oh, I have to start from scratch. So you feel like you just won the Super Bowl and then you have to learn football again. Like I'm at the clubs being like, cankles, like you're just trying to, you're like literally like, what's funny? When you went from these like beautifully like jokes that took 6 years to make, now you're like, but it's such a challenge and I enjoy it so much because when you do figure out the joke that hits, and it's never like what you think, that's why you have to practice it on stage. Like I have like a whole bit about how pooping's better than sex that I did not think was going to make it to the special. The crowds were loving it. It became this whole, I'm like, I put my phone on do not disturb. Like it became this whole thing. And you just have to kind of be free on stage and let the audience tell you like, this is what we like. But also it's like, if it doesn't make me laugh or like my best friends laugh, I would never say it on stage. So this Hulu special, I'm really proud of. It's my sophomore special. It's like a little more vulnerable, and I had a great time. It takes a long time. So
how long did it take?
Like 70 shows. Wow. So you're basically like putting it together, and then it's like telling a story at dinner where like, it kind of hits, and then the next girl dinner, the next girl dinner you do it, like you add some je ne sais quoi, and you cut some parts that were slow. That's stand up. So like that's why by the time I shoot the special, it's so refined. But it feels like a painting that you've been taking a while to paint, and then you put it out in the world because it's never really done. But I was like, it's time, let's film it, and it's out there, so it's exciting. I just like to create stuff.
That's Adriana, because we tell stories, and she tells stories, and we're around each other a lot. And like she's with every cut down version of a story that I tell, and she goes, "Oh, she made that change this time."
A little different.
Do you ever call her out?
Yeah. Oh my god! Well, like not in front of people. I don't want to like be a bitch, but I'm just kind of like. So I've heard that 6 times now.
We're also really like, we love that. You're probably the same with your friends, but my friends can tell the same stories, and I'll be like, and then
tell them that part.
Tell them about that part.
No, I'm that friend where I'm like, tell them the story, and they're like, I don't put me pressure for that, and I'm like, you have a joke, it's really good, just tell them. I'm trying to like MC the event.
You're like, you're mouthing it.
I go, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Yeah, doing moves. No, I just love being around funny people, and I think that also has helped me through like dark times when you have friends that literally make fun of you and like are like, are you being serious about this right now? You're stupid. And not taking yourself so seriously is definitely like a theme in my life, which I think is important.
Have you had like a big sister in the industry?
Good question. It's crazy. Well, Nikki Glaser early on kind of like took me under her wing and was like, do you want to follow me to do spots in New York City? So that means like to get spots, you have to be like passed at clubs. So there's like a process. You don't just like start doing tons of spots in New York City. And I was like, okay. And she just like, we went in a car and she did like 3 spots at the Stand, 4 at the Comedy Cellar. And I watched her process and like what jokes she would do. And I asked her like really dumb questions and she like sat through it. And it was just so cool because it's like just watching someone who's great at something and being so close to it. And you just see how smart and hardworking they are. And I'm like, that's what I need to do. And then Chelsea Lately is really inspiring for me. I don't know if you guys watched it growing up.
We had Chelsea on. And
So she's
everything.
everything.
She's everything.
And I went to her show like 2 days ago, and she like talks to me about jokes now, and I can't process it. Like you probably know some people that you're, how the fuck are they talking to me like
Right.
a friend right now? So there are some women in the industry who are amazing, but comedy is pretty solo.
Yeah.
It's pretty like I'm on the road alone, but those two have been really, really, really cool.